without you saying, it's just too much for me. Figure it out yourself. I'll talk to you about it later. And then you never come talk to me about it later.
The wooden door groans open and the courtroom exhales. Cameras spin in unison, the flash of light slicing through the marble air. Every lens finds her. Christine Brown, her heels strike against the polished floor like a ticking clock. Each click a countdown to the verdict that could shatter the sister wives' empire forever. She doesn't look at Kody. Not once. But Robyn can't help herself. Her eyes drag toward Christine, trembling as if she's seeing a ghost rise to collect a debt long overdue. The bailiff's gavel crashes, silencing the hum. The trial begins. Christine clutches a single envelope, pale, thick, stamped confidential DNA results. When she slides it across the table to the judge, Kody's practiced smile twitches for the first time. For years, whispers have lingered in corners of the Brown family home. Murmurs of forged documents, broken trust, secrets, sealed in notarized lies. But today, in this courtroom that smells of parchment and wax, those whispers will roar into the open. Someone, by the end of this day, will leave in handcuffs. Outside, the marble steps are flooded with reporters and protesters. Team Christine on one side, Team Kody and Robyn on the other. Inside, silence hangs heavy, a silence that feels alive, almost sentient. Christine walks with her back straight, her eyes locked on the bench where justice will soon take a seat. She doesn't see the cameras, doesn't flinch at the flashes. She's beyond that now. 10 minutes later, Kody Brown enters crisp suit, jaw set, smile carved too neatly. He moves like a man trying to remember what confidence feels like. Robyn trails behind him, burdened by a leather bag that looks heavier than her conscience. Her eyes flicker, red from sleepless nights. On the gallery bench sit Mary and Janelle, not testifying, not officially involved, yet unable to stay away. Their arms are folded, their expressions unreadable. Between them lies the wreckage of years of loyalty and betrayal. The bailiff calls, all rise. The judge steps in. The room stiffens. Time itself seems to pause. Christine's attorney rises, a woman with eyes like scalpels and a memory that could make a liar bleed. Your Honor, she begins, calm yet sharp enough to cut marble. We stand before you on behalf of Ms. Christine Brown regarding charges of guardianship fraud, emotional misconduct, and the falsification of legal documents. The words echo through the chamber. Robyn fidgets. Her purse slips from her lap, the dull thud echoing like a gunshot. The entire courtroom jolts. Christine doesn't even blink. From her folder, she pulls copies, marriage contracts, childcare affidavits, and one particular document circled in red. Her lawyer lays them out like evidence in a war crime trial. This, the attorney says, is the document Ms. Brown claims she never signed, yet it has been used in multiple legal filings, including the transfer of custody rights for a minor. The judge's gaze sharpens. Kody's lips part, but the judge lifts a hand. No one speaks until called. Christine takes a breath. Her voice doesn't tremble. That's not my signature, she says. I swear on my life. Then the bombshell drops. That child wasn't even in the state when this form was stamped. We were in Flagstaff. I have phone records, photos, receipts. The courtroom erupts in a low hum, half shock, half disbelief. Robyn leans toward Kody, whispering in panic. His jaw flexes. He motions her to be silent without ever turning his head. Christine's eyes narrow, calm but burning. Her hands grip the witness stand wood until her knuckles bleach white. The judge leans forward. We'll have a document examiner review this. If this signature proves forged and the document used for custody filings, this court will treat it as serious fraud. Mary exhales a sound halfway between a scoff and a laugh. It cuts the air like static. Robyn spins around, glaring. What are you implying? Mary smirks faintly. I guess you forgot I signed those forms too. Gasps ripple. Christine meets Mary's gaze. No hatred, no triumph, just awareness. The lava that's been simmering for years finally cracks the surface. Now it's Kody's turn. His lawyer, polished and performative, rises. Your Honor, Mr. Brown has never forged any document. There's been confusion, Perhaps old paperwork? Overlapping signatures. Ms. Brown herself admitted to stress at the time. Memory fails. Christine stands, fury radiating through her calm. Do you mean to suggest I forgot signing away guardianship of my own child? Gavel slams. Sit down, Ms. Brown. Capture the perfect moment. Christine, eyes ablaze. Kody, pretending to stretch his neck as though this whole ordeal is an inconvenience. Janelle watches him closely, hands clasped, but eyes like knives. Lunch break. The crowd spills into the hallway, the air thick with whispers. Reporters rush Christine. Any comments? She gives a small, weary smile. We'll see. Everything comes out soon. Inside the courthouse break room, Robyn sits alone, mascara bleeding into tissues. I didn't know. She sobs softly to her lawyer. I didn't think she'd actually do it. She always threatened, but this is war. Her attorney murmurs about damage control, reputation, media silence, but the words fade. Outside that door, 2 paralegals are already texting every juicy detail they overheard. For years, Robyn called herself the glue that held the Browns together. Today, that glue is cracking apart. When court resumes, the judge clears his throat. An emergency subpoena has been issued. A document examiner will testify within 48 hours. Neither side is to speak to media. The warning lands heavy. Kody straightens his posture, but his eyes flicker. Beneath the mask of composure, he knows the storm has only begun. Voice-over tone deepens, cinematic pacing intensifies. Behind those courtroom walls, the saga of Sister Wives is no longer a reality TV drama. It's a real-life war of evidence and betrayal. Every camera click outside feeds the world's hunger for truth, and Christine Brown stands at its blazing center. The woman who dared to turn secrets into testimony. Kody's empire, once built on charm and polygamous control, now trembles on the fault line of forged ink. Robyn's tears can't glue the fractures anymore. And as Mary and Janelle watch silently, they know what began as a family built on faith and unity now teeters on the edge of a public implosion. In the hallway, as Christine exits, her reflection crosses the polished wall of legal plaques, a mirror showing strength carved from years of silence. The envelope marked confidential DNA results still rests in the judge's possession, sealed, waiting. Whatever's inside it will either vindicate her or destroy them all. But one thing is certain, the next session will make headlines that Browns can never escape. The courtroom doors swing open once more, and a heavy tension descends like a storm cloud. Every seat is filled, every camera poised, every whisper of anticipation hanging in the air. Christine Brown sits, calm but alert, her hands folded as if bracing herself for a battle she's already prepared to win. Her attorney rises, sliding a stack of phone records across the table. Your Honor, she begins, voice steady. We request these telephone records be introduced as evidence. They clearly demonstrate that Ms. Brown was not in the state on the date this document was allegedly signed. Murmurs ripple through the courtroom. Kody's eyes snap toward Janelle, and for the first time that day, she rises. Your Honor, she says softly, almost whispering, yet every word carries weight. May I ask to be added to tomorrow's witness list? I believe I have something the court needs to hear. Kody spins around, disbelief flashing across his face, but Janelle doesn't even glance at him. Her focus is unwavering, locked on the judge. The judge nods, stern but intrigued. So ordered. Session adjourned. Outside, the world waits. The marble steps are crowded with cameras and murmuring spectators. Yet a single envelope slides under Christine's windshield wiper. No note, no signature. Just one word boldly printed on the front. Truth, inside the courtroom. The document examiner arrives early, 15 minutes before the scheduled session. She is soft-spoken, her navy blazer crisp, square-framed glasses perched on her nose. But the weight she carries is immense, palpable. She opens her folder and states, in a voice that cuts through the room, the signature is a forgery. An excellent one, but a forgery nonetheless. The room freezes. Christine lowers her eyes, hands folding together, almost in prayer, suppressing the first rush of vindication. The judge leans forward, disbelief etched across his face. "Are you absolutely sure?" he asks. "Yes, Your Honor," she replies firmly. "We analyzed pressure points, ink diffusion, baseline comparison. This signature was copy-traced, manipulated digitally, and printed to appear authentic. But it is not." Gasps echo. The air thickens. Kody's jaw tightens. His carefully curated composure begins to crack. Robyn clutches the armrest so tightly her knuckles turn white. Nausea creeping in as she realizes the wall of lies she's hidden behind is crumbling. Christine remains composed, a statue of quiet determination, her resolve absolute. Her attorney stands, voice sharp and commanding. "Your Honor, given this confirmation, we request immediate sanctions. This document was used to obtain guardianship of a child Ms. Brown did not consent to release. This is not mere fraud, it is parental theft." Gasps ripple across the room. Kody's attorney rises, objections flaring, but the judge silences him with a steely glance. "Mr. Brown," the judge intones, "you will now testify under oath. I need to know where this document originated and to whom it was submitted." Kody stiffens, his shoulders taut, jaw clenched like a vice. "I did not author the document," he replies, voice tight. "Robyn brought it to me. She said Christine had already signed it." Every eye pivots to Robyn. Her lips quiver. A tremor rattles through her voice. "I thought she did," she stammers. "It was on top of the other legal paperwork. I was tired of custody battles. I thought it was over." Christine rises for the first time, her voice calm but precise. "I never said that. Not once. I never signed or sent that form." The judge leans back, absorbing the imploding reality. "So, if neither of you created this document, who did?" Silence. Then the bailiff advances, handing the judge a crisp sheet of paper. "Your Honor, we received an anonymous tip during recess. An email with screenshots and voice recordings attached." The judge reads the subject line. "Kody lied. Robyn knew." His eyebrows rise. The courtroom exhales collectively. Robyn's face drains of color. She covers her mouth, a silent scream threatening to escape. The judge presses play. The recording, crackling slightly, is unmistakable. It's Kody. "You don't have to tell her, Robyn. Just say it came in the mail." She won't question it. If she does, it's a clerical error. Either way, you're done fighting. Christine closes her eyes, inhaling. Janelle turns away, eyes steely. Mary mouths something inaudible, like a ghostly witness to the family's collapse. Robyn breaks full, shaking sobs that rattle the courtroom. "I didn't know he recorded it," she whispers. "I didn't. He said she'd already signed." The gavel crashes. "Order!" Kody erupts, voice harsh, anger laced with desperation. "This is illegal. This is entrapment." Christine's attorney smiles faintly. "Your Honor, under Arizona law, one-party consent is sufficient. And this recording came from Robyn's phone. She may have forgotten. It is fully admissible." Kody's composure shatters. He glances desperately for allies. None are there. Not Robyn, not Mary, not Janelle. The judge calls for a 10-minute recess. The courtroom empties, but tension lingers like smoke. Outside, Robyn confronts Kody. "You promised me she wouldn't fight. You said we'd be safe. You manipulated me." Kody says nothing, staring at the wall. Jaw clamped tight, body tense like steel. Journalists swarm outside. Twitter is alight with trending hashtags. Hashtag Kody lied. Hashtag Robyn knew. Social media pulses with every revelation. Meanwhile, Christine sits quietly in a side room, shaking hands for the first time that day. Not with fury, but with exhaustion and a quiet certainty. Back in court, the judge seals the session. Based on forensic evidence and recordings presented, he acknowledges the occurrence of fraud. Custody agreements are put on hold pending further investigation. Kody's request for a continuance is denied. Christine's team presses further. Janelle rises, a revelation burning in her eyes. "Your Honor," she says, "I also have proof of pattern behavior. A second forged document. Christine's breath catches. You do. Janelle nods firmly. He did the same to me. The courtroom shifts, the weight of decades of manipulation now amplified. This is no longer just Christine versus Kody. It is history speaking from the shadows, finally exposed. Kody explodes. This is insane. We're a family. Families handle things privately, not like this. No one believes him. No one. No one believes him. No one. Robyn sits alone, face damp from tears, dabbing gently as if each movement counts. And then the words escape her lips, words no one anticipated. I want to make a deal. The courtroom stills. Even the murmurs of the gallery vanish. The judge leans forward, eyebrow raised, waiting. Excuse me, Robyn continues, voice trembling but resolute. I want immunity. I'll testify. I'll tell the truth, all of it. But I don't want to go down with him. Shock ripples. Kody's jaw drops. Robyn cuts him off, eyes flashing. You used me. You used all of us. I believed you. But I'm not going to jail for you. A hush falls. The judge confers briefly with the attorneys. Murmured words exchanged behind hands. Nods. Then he addresses the room. Court will hear further testimony from Ms. Robyn Brown in a sealed session this afternoon. A state representative will attend. We are now discussing criminal charges. Court is adjourned until 9:00 a.m. tomorrow. Outside, a passerby shouts, Did you switch on Kody? Robyn does not answer, tears streaming quietly. The message is already clear to everyone. Morning dawns cold over Flagstaff. Reporters cluster, breath visible in the icy air, microphones ready. Paternity fraud, the words buzz through the crowd, carried like wildfire. By the time Christine emerges from the car, it's clear. Today, this trial is no longer about fake signatures. It's about blood, lineage, and truth. Inside the courtroom is somber, heavy with anticipation. Robyn sits isolated from Kody, her hands nervously folding and refolding tissue scraps. Eyes red, lips tight. Christine approaches her table slowly, composed yet betraying a tremor in her voice, the kind wrought by sleepless nights and too many truths discovered at once. Her attorney edges closer. Are you certain you want to do this? Christine nods. It's time. The judge enters. All rise, cameras flash. The clerk warns of consequences for disruptive photography. But even the judge knows this is history in motion, a case people will speak of for decades. Christine takes the stand. Voice soft but unwavering. Your Honor, I've brought new evidence. Painful, but necessary. It proves this family's entire structure was built on lies. She lifts a white envelope strikingly similar to the one from the first day. DNA results for one of her children. A ripple of murmurs spreads across the gallery. The judge adjusts his glasses. You're telling me this DNA test is pertinent to the case? Christine nods. Yes, it confirms Kody Brown is not the father. The courtroom erupts. Phones flash, reporters murmur, the bailiff calls for order, but Christine remains steadfast. I did not want to believe it, she says, voice quiet but firm. But since we now know documents were falsified, I had to question everything. What else was I naive about? Kody's face flushes bright red. You're lying. He bellows, pounding the table. This is sick. You'd use our child in this sideshow just to embarrass me. Christine's words cut sharper than any scream. You embarrassed yourself when you prioritized dishonesty over family. You lied to all of us. Robyn begins to weep again, hands covering her face. The judge signals for silence, but the damage, the revelation, is already suspended in the air. Christine's attorney hands the sealed results to the clerk. The judge opens them carefully, scanning the data. Silence blankets the room. After a moment, he speaks. Based on this test, Mr. Brown's DNA does not match that of the minor. Probability of paternity, 0%. Kody slumps, a half-scream, half-pant escaping him. He stares at the floor, hands limp. His attorney whispers words that don't register. The room watches as the empire he built on lies crumbles in real time. Janelle rises, voice steady but tense. Your Honor, before proceeding, the court should hear why this test was conducted. Christine did not request it. Robyn did. All eyes shift to Robyn. She freezes, tears evaporating, lips parting in shock. What? She stammers. Janelle continues, unwavering. 2 weeks ago, you anonymously forwarded the test to Christine's lawyer. You wanted her to know. You wanted her to flip on him. Gasps echo. For a moment, the courtroom wonders, who is the victim? Who? The perpetrator? Everyone has been entangled in deception, and the audience can't look away. The judge requests a sidebar. Attorneys huddle, whispering urgently. Minutes later, he returns. The court will defer judgment on custody until the DNA issue is resolved. However, given these developments, we will also review whether financial dishonesty or coercion influenced prior family settlements. Kody explodes. You're ripping us apart. You're destroying everything. Christine's voice, calm and steady, cuts through. No, Kody. You did that when you made me doubt my own sanity. For a brief moment, something like regret flickers across his eyes, fleeting, ghost-like. Lunch recess arrives early. Flashbulbs pop as reporters swarm. Christine's attorney shields her from the chaos. Janelle fingers a note, eyes scanning it like a strategist readying for the next move. It's far from over. In the cafeteria, Robyn sits quietly, untouched coffee cooling beside her. She speaks softly, voice barely audible. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. I just wanted the truth out. Nearby, a reporter records her words. Within an hour, clips circulate online. Robyn's confession, she sent the DNA test to Christine, spreads like wildfire. Afternoon session begins. The atmosphere is transformed. What was a family dispute is now a full-blown scandal with legal teeth. Christine's attorney calls Janelle to testify. She appears composed but visibly upset. There were other forged documents, Janelle testifies. Property transfers, bank authorizations, things we never signed, but they happened. I have copies. The judge questions whether she can validate their authenticity. Janelle nods. Same writing, same notary stamp, printed from the same printer each time. Court clerk stamps the exhibits. Kody's attorney protests, exhausted, voice shaky, a man attempting to hold back a hurricane with a flimsy umbrella. Then comes the emotional blow. Christine's child provides a written statement. Short, shaky, handwritten. I don't blame anyone. I just wish everyone would stop lying. I just want peace. Christine weeps quietly as it is read aloud. Kody's shoulders slump. For the first time, he seems small, diminished. Even viewers at home feel the weight, anger giving way to heartbreak. The judge closes the folder. This court will reconvene tomorrow regarding the recordings and financial discrepancies. Until then, all parties are to refrain from contact. He pauses, then addresses Robyn. Ms. Robyn Brown, your request for immunity has been approved. You will testify under sealed record tomorrow morning. Gavel falls. Session adjourned. Christine exits first. A blur of lights and cameras surrounding her. Wind sweeps her hair across her face as she pauses by a courthouse pillar, whispering softly, "It's almost over." Robyn follows, escorted by deputies. Her expression is blank, tears dried, emotions masked. A spectator shouts, "Did you betray him?" She closes the door silently, locking in the last remnant of her conscience. Inside, Kody lingers, seated long after everyone departs. His hands flat on the table, staring as though disconnected from himself. Slowly, he smiles, not with joy, but a somber recognition of a secret yet unrevealed. A truth still lurking, ready to implode. The courtroom is silent. No media, no spectators. Only four remain. Robyn, her attorney, a state prosecutor, and the judge. Robyn, pale and lips trembling, finally speaks. I didn't want to record him. But after he forced me to lie, after threats against my children if I didn't comply with fake documents, I needed protection. I didn't know if I'd ever be safe again. The prosecutor nods, presses record, and slides a laptop forward. Show us. Robyn opens an encrypted folder. For sound files appear, spanning 2 years. The first begins to play, spanning 2 years. The first begins to play. The courtroom is silent, heavy with tension, as Robyn plays the final recordings. Kody's voice echoes through the speakers, revealing manipulation, threats, and schemes meant to control the entire family. Christine watches.com but alert, absorbing the full weight of the lies that have haunted her for years. Each recording lands like a hammer, exposing deception in the harshest light. The judge leans forward, eyes narrowing. Gasps ripple through the gallery. Kody's face pales, his attempts to maintain composure crumbling under undeniable evidence. Robyn signs her sealed testimony and walks out, head high, refusing to look back. The afternoon session begins and Mary Brown takes the stand. Presenting bank statements, emails, and a USB containing incriminating video of Kody plotting to intimidate and manipulate. The courtroom erupts. Kody protests, but the evidence is irrefutable. The judge, voice steady and unyielding, declares Mr. Brown is held liable for document forgery, financial misrepresentation, and fraud. Custody agreements signed under dubious conditions are null and void. Full custody is returned to Ms. Christine Brown. Robyn and Mary sit in quiet relief, while Kody stands silent, the weight of his actions finally sinking in. Christine exhales, shoulders relaxing for the first time in years. She does not smile, there is no gloating here, only the quiet power of justice served. Kody, humbled and broken, delivers a shaky confession. I began this to protect, but I controlled instead. I failed everyone I loved, he admits, voice cracking. Without fanfare, he exits the courtroom, leaving the echoes of his actions behind. Outside, cameras flash, reporters shout, but Christine walks undisturbed. Flanked by Janelle and Mary. On the courthouse steps, a reporter asks, Christine, any message for viewers? She pauses, then replies firmly, don't confuse silence with weakness. And with that, she disappears into the crowd, a figure of resilience and courage. The headlines explode overnight. Kody Brown referred for criminal charges. Christine wins full custody. Courtroom in shock. Robyn quietly drives away with her children. Mary returns to her life, and Janelle seeks peace and family focus. Kody appears briefly at a border gas station, solitary and reflective. Yet, even as the dust settles, a cryptic voicemail from Kody surfaces online. I still have one card left. If she pushes me, I'll play it. The internet buzzes with speculation, a final twist in a saga of betrayal and courage. Christine, unshaken, smiles faintly and says, let him play it. I'm not afraid anymore. Now it's your turn, viewers. Who do you side with? Christine, Robyn, Kody, or is no one truly innocent? Comment below, hit like, and subscribe to Globus Up USA for more shocking truths, courtroom drama, and real-life expo. Outside, cameras flash, reporters shout, but Christine moves like a ghost, unshaken. On the courthouse steps, a reporter asks, Christine, any message for your viewers? She pauses, then with unwavering focus states, don't confuse silence with weakness. Her words hang in the air, a reminder that courage isn't loud, it's unyielding. Across the city, headlines scream, Kody Brown referred for criminal charges. Christine wins full custody. Courtroom in shock. Robyn quietly drives away with her children. Mary returns to her small business. And Janelle finds solace in family and healing. Kody appears fleetingly in a solitary moment. The weight of his actions etched on his face. And yet, the story isn't just about them. It's about truth, resilience, and the power of exposing deception. It's about standing up when everyone else doubts you. And that is what Globus Up USA is here for, to bring you the real stories, the hidden truths, and the courtroom dramas that shock and inspire. So now, it's your turn. Viewers, who do you stand with? Christine, Robyn, Kody? Or do you see a story where no one is truly innocent? Sound off in the comments. Hit that like button, share your thoughts. And subscribe to Globus Up USA, because the fight for truth doesn't stop, and neither does the story.